Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks and this is my GT1 inspired Lamborghini Murcielago. We're about to load the car in the trailer for a players show this weekend, so I thought we should probably do a little walk around before we head in there and show you some of the updates. So, because you're not getting full appreciation of the paint here, we should probably take it outside first just to show you what it looks like in the sun. Our lovely orange workshop seems to add a special glow to cars in general, but with this it seems to lose quite a lot of the flake that's actually in the paint. So yeah, my trusty assistant Jay will hold the camera. Who's just got back from mapping with great results. So,
great success.
No, it is. It's a great success. You shut up. That's loads of horsepower. Video coming soon. Keep home.
Fits you like a glove.
Yeah. So, graceful exit.
Yeah.
Number one thing you'll probably notice actually is that it's quiet. Not quiet, quieter. Yeah, we finally got the valves working in the exhaust system, which made a huge difference to sort of how deafening it is for my old ears. It sounds superb as well. That's running through the standard silencer, and then we've got a switch that basically turns it full straight through whenever we need to. That's run from an electric pump, actually, from Craig's Aston Martin, wasn't
which
it?
is a Ford part.
Yeah. Really cool things. You can hear it pump up when you first turn the ignition on. It creates a vacuum, and it works the normal vacuum exhaust valves on the silencer in the normal way, but you can do it whenever. So most importantly, you can kind of charge the vacuum before starting the car, so you can start the car quiet, whereas normally this car you'd have to start the car, it'd be really loud, it would create the vacuum, then pull the valves shut. So yeah, that should be good for the early morning exits to wherever I go from my house
one day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, look at the paint. I mean, it hasn't been flattered and polished actually since we've done all the work, but
oh well. It'll sort of get the...
It is... Look, I'm so happy with the colour choice.
It's a bit better than that primer you used to have.
You hated that.
Oh, I did. It's not a colour.
It just got... Yeah, it got too trendy for me as well. Like, too many cars have it. And yeah, I kind of liked it, but yeah, I much prefer this. The sort of... The flip-flop effect on this is superb. The dark parts... Some parts of the car, like the angles of the car there that you see, look
the shadows are real dark, and the highlights are
super light. So again, the camera will never ever do it justice. You need to see it in person, and that's probably an opportune moment to say that you should just come and see it at Players if you got the opportunity.
Come meet Phil.
I'm not going to be there.
Ah.
I'm scared of everyone. No, the car will be there. I think it's on the main stand there. And we as Driftworks will also be there with Starkey representing with Alex and Fraser. So we'll have a stand there, and my 964 will be on that stand as well. I'll be there on a Sunday though, so if I'm there, feel free to say hi. I'm not that scary, I promise. Awkward as f***, but not scary.
Well, it depends what they say to you.
Biggest thing then, absolute biggest thing. The reason why you've not seen a video from us for ages is because basically the car has been in pieces on our ramp for a little over a month, while Ed, who is Ed Aldridge from Ed Aldridge Trimmers, has made the most fantastic interior for us.
It's not the correct lighting.
No, I think we should probably pull it in.
Highlight, yeah.
Shall we pull it back in for this bit just to show
the
details, because it is yeah, it's proper. Yeah, I'll pull it in. Big man squeezing into little brand new seats.
It does look
Extra padding.
quite small in there.
It is. I moved Chris's MX-5 the other day, and I was like, oh, this feels very similar to Lamborghini. Yeah, the interior on these was never big, but...
Oh, we haven't shown this either.
Oh yeah, look. Aim. Let's turn that down. Yeah, so we've got the aim dash in. I don't know whether you can see with the light, we made a nice carbon black back plate for it. This thing's set up really nicely. We've got AFRs displaying and all the stuff that you need, so battery voltage, oil temp, coolant temp, oil pressure, mile per hour, fuel. It's all calibrated and should work perfectly, hopefully. So yeah, let's fire it up in quiet mode.
Can we still talk?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, quiet, normal volume. It still sounds like a Lamborghini.
Not so much. Brake lights out on this side.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Joy. So yeah, hopefully you can get a better view of it there. It's actually still not complete. There's some stuff that we need to sort out, like the this is actually the resin, the gel coat on this is actually shrunk.
The lacquer sunk into the weave.
Sunk into the weave, so that needs relacquering and flatting.
Oh, we haven't explained the gear thing.
We haven't.
The gate.
That's a big thing, isn't it?
That was a project.
So, check this out. Yeah, manual 6-speed gated Murcielago. A few of the eagle-eyed amongst you will probably notice that there's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or R engraved into that. There's a very serious reason for that. That is because that is now a non-standard part, and I'll explain why. So despite us setting this up off the car, so we had the gearbox and linkage assembly on the bench around at Dynatalk, and we believed that we were able to get into all gears. We were checking it, measuring how many turns the output shaft made, and we thought we'd got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse obviously. When we got it in the car and we were on the dyno, it was sort of part way into it, we realised that we weren't actually getting into 5th or 6th, it was 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, 2/3 and 2/4.
So yeah, it was literally, the gate was going, it was reverse worked, and we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4 again. And the only thing that I can think is that
When the selector fork's different on the
yeah,
one.
the E-gear selector forks are thicker or something is different there. So what we decided to do was, bear with me a second.
Not take the engine and gearbox out again, that's what we decided to do.
Damn right. So decided to get a little bit creative. And, by the way, yeah, as I mentioned, this is coming to players despite my engine engine issues that you will have seen earlier this week. So, check this out. Lots of things. Standard one. Whatever, how many revisions you can see there of what we made.
Is that 10th time lucky?
Something like that. Yeah. Again, the absolute wonder of 3D printing is that we were printing really simple discs, and as long as I was careful with how I selected and didn't bend anything with the lever, it actually allowed me to work out the spacing. And I'm not 100% that I've got it absolutely perfect. What I need to do is start driving the car carefully and making sure that it goes in all gears correctly. But yeah, what we ended up with was massively bigger spacing between each of the gears here. You can see a late one here. It's very, very different.
Yeah, it's
gap there, isn't it?
And yeah, a little bit of it, we've actually moved it over quite a fair bit to the right there, which you would normally do with adjustment, but you can't really do it whilst it's in the car. It's an absolute nightmare to work on. So this solved that problem. Ed basically 3D printed all of these. I kept trying them with the wheels up in the air. And then we ended up with the one that you see in the car now, which is a literal press send to a CNC company. Send the file to them, they send one back saying, we had to change something a little bit, but then you receive that in the post 3 days later and you try it and it works. The reason it hasn't got the numbers and everything in it yet is because I don't believe it's 100% final until I've driven it. Might be perfect, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, long story short, that is sorted and was an unforeseen thing, you know. E-gear swaps on Murcielagos are easy. They're really, really not. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's an experiment as we go along, especially the way that we've done it, because we like to sort of work things out as we go, on the fly. But I think it's all there. I think it should work perfectly and can't wait to drive it after the show.
We fixed the nose lift, haven't we, as well?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I should probably show that, actually, as well, shouldn't I? Yeah. Go on, Jay, you get in there. Oh. You get in there. You slender mere morsel of a man.
Wow.
Slip into those lovely Alcantara seats.
Ruin your new carpets and seats, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
noises.
Yeah, you need to fire up for this. And then check out the nose lift. That is massively different.
It's basically hydraulics now.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, because the lift was working before, but what it was actually doing was being massively restricted by the damper stroke, the full extended damper stroke. So I ended up remaking lower arm brackets on it and extending, there's a rod end in the bottom of the Nitron coilovers that we're using, and it's obviously had to be something kind of bespoke. It was an M16 by 1 threaded rod end, which you couldn't really get, so I ended up getting some M18 rod ends, getting Martin, our machining friend, to turn them down and rethread them to M16 by 1, and it basically just lengthened the damper to allow it to extend that much with the hydraulic. So works perfectly. You know, I'm not going to pretend that it's super duper practical.
You've also got these plates made in metal now.
Yeah, that's the other thing, that if, you know, on slight angles turning into driveways or whatever, I was to get a little bit of contact, we now have these plates in place, so you won't be able to see them very well from here. I might be able to insert some footage if I took any, or pictures, and it'll basically just give a little bit of extra protection during sort of street driving, etc. Jay, I can't leave it up in the air like that. You're gonna have to start it and put it down.
We have been for a drive as well, haven't we?
We have been. We went for an MOT before we took the interior out. We had an MOT on the car, and yeah, it was quite an adventure, wasn't it?
It was, considering it's about a mile away.
Yeah. Bah. Sweet. So yeah, back to the interior. Ed absolutely smashed it. I was mentioning that it's not actually 100% complete interior-wise, and that goes for the trimming as well. We're on a very limited deadline to get to players, and this is quite complicated work. So we set ourselves a goal of like a phase 1 of doing the interior work rather than doing absolutely everything. I mean, it is 90% of everything, but yeah, went for these. These are my SPGs that you saw Jay and I battling with in one of the world's most boring videos.
Weeks of videos,
and yeah, the Lamborghini diamond stitching in the Lamborghini logo and the GT1 badge came out absolutely lovely. The centre console as well, the dash, is an absolute massive difference having this. I think it really modernises the car. sort of makes it look almost new. As I say,
You don't have to take the dash out again.
yeah, it's not a great job, is it? Not our favourite. Oh,
It's not the one.
beating you up. But yeah, the bits that we've got to do later are things like this. There's still some tired leather in places, but and the back panel here. We've still got the roof thing, box thing to sort as well. But 90% done, and you know, already 100% awesome. Really, really happy with how this came out, and yeah, I really can't thank Ed enough for his extra efforts, because it was only after he'd essentially completed his job, brought all the parts to us.
What was it, last Thursday?
Last Thursday, yeah. We put everything in and realised that we'd forgotten that because of all the work we've done on the seats, there's no carpet here. Not only was there no carpet, it looked absolutely disgusting down here, but this box that you see here that houses the mechanism for the handbrake was missing. This whole trim piece was actually missing. It's like a right angle bit that this trim panel fits into.
We lost it.
Yeah, we lost it, and I've torn the unit apart trying to find it. Couldn't find it. Ed was like, "I'll make one." And like 2 days later, I think he'd made that. And then while we were there, we decided to, excuse the grubbiness, but create all new, nice woolly carpets, which do need a clean now, because
I just tried them.
well, both of us are filthy and we're in a filthy workshop. It's been a long week, it really has already, and it's only Wednesday, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah, we're nearly there.
But yeah, absolutely superb. I've got my custom personal steering wheel in here. It's the same personal that I had, that I fitted in one of the previous videos. But as we are favoured customers with personal, we're one of the biggest sellers of personal and Nardi steering wheels in the UK. We had this custom.
Don't you have to have your own name on it to call it custom?
My own name?
Yeah, Phil edition.
Maybe later. Yeah, that's probably about it for the interior.
I think that we haven't done much otherwise.
Yeah, what else?
No, we've done anything, have we?
Well, we've done something really cool.
What was that?
Just the Driftworks plate.
Oh, yeah.
We were really struggling with where to put Driftworks on the car, because I don't like honking massive stickers on cars anymore. This kind of needed something that, you know, gives us a little bit of a shout out, a little bit of recognition, but without looking too cheesy, so really happy with that. So yeah, I think it's just a final wipe down. We'll winch it into the trailer, which is probably an hour's job in itself, to be super careful. Make sure we don't damage it at this stage would probably be a good idea. We've still got to get the 964 ready and get that loaded up, and all of the trade stand stuff. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching as always. Thank you for subscribing, and we shall see you in the next one if we don't see you at Players. Take it easy.
Check it out.